morning, it's Andy with Mountain Computers. Today is February 3rd, 2021. I've been off the air for about a month. I did 3 or 4 videos already. I haven't finished getting them ready to be posted, so I'll be doing that here this week. Just been working on a lot of different this and that. But today, actually yesterday, I started on moving a ThreadRipper system from a small case to a bigger case. One of my clients, and I'll show you this real quick. It's sort of cool. I was going to show the tear down and breakdown, but I said, nah, I'm not going to. I'll just show you this. Okay. So, in my old video, you would have recognized this case here. I don't know if you can see it. This case here. I did a 3090 RX 3090 video card modification case thing. That's my old laptop. So anyhow, yesterday I finished taking apart this case with the 3090, and we're going over here to this big fractal design. It's a fractal, what is it? It's a Define XL R2. We got a different DeckLink 4K Extreme card. He had 212 terabytes. I think that's a 512 Samsung. That was an old, I think that's a 90 millimeter, or maybe a 120 millimeter. We're putting in a 140 millimeter upgrade. But over here, this here is the, what do we got here? It's a gigabyte board. Add some light here so we can see. Yeah. So I put this on. It's not too hard, just 4 screws. Cleaned off the thermal paste. But underneath that, this is a ThreadRipper. I think it's a 3960 or something like that. But yeah, this is a larger case, much larger case. It's huge, huge. Moved over his power supply. Moved over his board. I still have to put the screws in. I got to cable it up and then put in his hard drives. It's not too bad. And his hard drives are okay. And that's about it. But yeah, just swap cases. This is the old case. It's a smaller one. Yeah. The new case is about 3 to 4 inches taller. We'll put in that 3090 over there. It won't be too bad. No, it takes me about an hour and a half. The biggest part is just take your time. Don't be in a hurry. Yeah, this is really nice. We had to move his, his M2s. He had 2 M2s in here. We didn't have to take any of this apart. It's just dirty and dusty. And the M2 screw post here is off. I noticed that. But it's okay. It's not hurting anything. Still down. Temps are good. But yeah, nice build. Nice computer case. I got to get this done by 9 o'clock. It's a little bit after 8 a.m. right now. So we'll put his hard drives in here. And that's it. So anyhow, this is Andy from Mountain Computers, the Go Green PC tune-up guy. And have a great day. Bye-bye. Okay, so I got the 3090 in where I want it. Just make sure I don't block any connectors. No, looks okay. Got most of my cabling. I'm gonna zip tie some of this up. I don't need to go through the back. I'd rather have everything exposed on the front, so if I have to do anything, I don't have to tear the back off too much. Some of the smaller cases you have to do that. Some people like cable management. Yeah, but that's 3090. It's looking okay. Okay. Yeah, I got the drives taken out of the old trays. I got them in here a little bit separated. It looks okay. There's an SSD right there. Got some distance. I had to check the fans. The 2 fans that are in the front, those will be fine. The other fans, the larger ones, the difference is 500 RPM. Instead of 200 RPM, 2000 RPM, they're 2500 RPM. I'll check the specs on these. I might just leave those in. Okay? Be right back. Okay, so a few minutes have passed, and we got the power for the 3090 in. We got the Declan 4K card in. So, I'll be right back. I'm going to stand this thing up here in a second. I got to get the connectors to the motherboard all done. So now we have the case stood up vertically. Got the power for the hard drive cables through, and I'm just going to patch those through. I'm going to have to take the power device here from the old case and bring that around. So I'll move that over here in a second, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we finished with the cable connectors. I'm going to clean that up. We moved the 3090 down or up one slot to make room, also to adjust for the lane. So that deck link's right there. We added the second fan. The drives, he had an optical drive, we dropped that back in where it was. We had that SSD drive, we moved that up to get the power closer to it. And then the two each 12 terabyte drives. We yanked out one of the power connectors that we don't need anymore because all the fans were going through one of those RGB controller regulators. So that's what's left. That looks pretty good. And then as far as the extra parts and pieces, that's what we got there. Got that 120 versus 140. Those are the old drive gears. Gotta put this back together. I told the client, I said, you know what? Instead of charging you, I'll go ahead and keep that. Yeah, this here we can't put in the new computer. The old computer had these rivet standoffs, and the new one doesn't. So even if we tried, it wasn't going to work right unless I insulate it somehow. So yeah, this Puget System case, Puget System sent the other one right there. They didn't have the logo on it though. So anyhow, we took all the fans out of it. All the fans. So, moral of the story is, yeah. I think I'll put the drive bays back in. Call it good. And now I gotta flip it up around, clean up the wiring. I wish both of these were the same shape, rounded versus square. But you know what? It's okay. Leave the rubber mounts on there. It's going to be covered up anyhow once I put the cover on it. The insulated cover. And yeah, looking pretty good. Nice. And it did fire up just fine. So I'll stop this and we'll be right back. I'm going to do the back. Alright, so this is what the back looks like. Like I said, that one part would have gone right here, but there's no standoffs. There's no riveted standoffs to put that. So I ended up just taking the two, putting their extensions on, and that one's here, that's one here, there's both there. Those are going through. That looks good. Drive's good. Cable's good. You know, I just use the existing twisties to put things in. I mean, you don't have to get a bunch of zip ties. I did zip tie that right there. But yeah, that looks good. Those fans look good. They run just fine. This is nice and insulated. Got the power. Got all that good. Everything looks good. I ran the audio cable to the back. It's a little bit of a stretch. It was going this way, and I took it over there. So I'll get a zip tie and put that down. Keep that tight. And that's about it. Be right back. Okay, so it's all back together. I got all the zip ties and all the components there, so let's fire this thing up. See what happens. Looks pretty good. Looks like we'll be fine. I'll turn that off for a second. See that? Press the delete button, go into the BIOS. See what that looks like. Looks pretty good. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, let's get that on there. Okay. So the moral of the story is, TRX 40 Aorus Pro Wi-Fi. Can you see that okay? Yeah. BIOS is F3 Echo. Ryzen ThreadRipper 3960X. 3.8. Looks okay. Let's go to easy mode, F2. Okay. Moved all the fans over to the motherboard. So we have our CPU fans. Boot manager. Excuse me, SSD. Temps are okay. I wish I'd looked at the temps before I changed the cooler. From the, what was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pipes to a 6 pipe, 10 to 12 pipe, 120 millimeter to 140 millimeter. How much RAM? 128 gig. Okay, that's not bad. In fact, my 3950X build that I did, was it a year ago already? Yeah, I think it was already a year ago. Had something similar. So what else can we see here? Let's see. Oh, that's weird. Okay. Okay, the 2 terabytes on the top one, that's on the bottom one. Video card's in the middle. Okay. I always like to have my boot drive on the 0 port. Which it is. That's a 4 terabyte? Wow. I didn't know that was a 4 terabyte Samsung SSD Evo. That must have been expensive. Wait a minute. No, that's not right. Boot manager's SSD 970 Evo. Oh, he's got the OS on one of these M2s. Oh, and it's SATA. Okay, I get it. Yeah. I get that. So you switch back over to advanced mode. That looks okay. The one thing we did have to do is the I/O ports. I did have to change the boot of the video card. No. Where did I change that? I changed it to boot off the slot 2, PCI Express 16. I can't remember where I did that. Wasn't there. Wasn't there. Let's go back over to easy mode. No, it wasn't there either. Huh. Oh well. I'll turn this off and finish putting the cover back on. make it ready for pickup. But yeah, this is a good computer. A little expensive, but here, I'll give you one last look. It's pretty cool. It's a nice computer. Let's get this off. Get by the keyboard. So you can see that. I'll turn the light back on up here. So we get some light in here. There we go. Clean up the wires a little bit. I'll leave that the way it is, even though I would like to make it, I'll get a small zip tie and then clip it off. But yeah, that's that Decklink card right there. Hopefully the way I've got this, it'll work fine. Yeah, those little, I wish those were black, those extensions, but they're not. It's okay. I got that 850. That's all good. We didn't turn on the bottom fan. He sets his computer on carpet, and that fan is designed to suck air into the case, which obviously sucks in carpet fiber unless he puts it on like a piece of wood. So, other than that though, I'll get back to you and I'll go into post. Have a good one.